What's up guys, Rakurai here. Today I want to bring up a quick topic that's kind of been the blatantly obvious elephant in the room but has gone seemingly unnoticed by the fandom as a problem. The overestimation of certain characters is already an issue, but their overestimation due to some slight increase in strength via transformation is also an issue. I want to talk about the logic behind a Super Saiyan and why characters should not be considered on the omnipotent realm of power just because they reach it. It's Planet Namek. Goku and Frieza are doing battle until the Spirit Bomb should have finished him, but Frieza comes back and kills Goku's best friend, Krillin. With this rage manifested with sorrow that Goku ends up feeling, his base form power becomes amplified. He transforms to the Golden Warrior we know as a Super Saiyan. Note some key words in that little story I just told. His base form power becomes amplified. In and of itself, the Super Saiyan transformation is simply an amplification of one's base form. I'm not making this video to undermine the Super Saiyan form, but this has to be understood. There is no required base form level, within reason of course, that you have to reach in order to become a Super Saiyan. One major issue that I have with Dragon Ball is that Gohan reached near death multiple times, trained in the hyperbolic time chamber, and it still took longer for him to reach Super Saiyan than it did for Goten by just training with Chi-Chi. However, this proves to be an important point. Due to the right amount of training and the supplement of Saiyan blood coursing through one's veins, one can and most likely will become a Super Saiyan. With that being said, Goten did indeed reach Super Saiyan, but that does not indicate in any way that he was nearly as strong as Goku when he reached his Super Saiyan form. That's just a nonsensical assumption. Although, there are a lot of people that seem to actually believe that, and that just lacks any sort of veracity, and I have to set those people straight. But this leads into my next point, and this has to do with Broly. You saw it coming. But this video isn't about Broly, but it's important to bring up. If he transformed into a Super Saiyan God, I stand by the fact that he would not be able to stand up to Beerus. Now in Dragon Ball Super, people say that both fighters were using their 100%. But remember this, Toriyama is not overseeing Super like he did for the original movies. He has only truly overseen the Universe 6 arc and onward since the movies are already done. So in terms of canon, the movies actually hold true more to the series, since Toriyama was there overseeing the entirety of the projects. With this being said, Goku trained his base form every single day. He and Vegeta trained so hard in their base forms, and yet neither of them stood any chance against Beerus. Whenever we see a Dragon Ball Z fighting game, especially those made by Dimps, Broly's usually depicted in his legendary Super Saiyan form. But we have to remember that his Super Saiyan multiplier will still exist, but you would have to train your base form higher in order to naturally obtain a higher Super Saiyan form. And do we ever really see him train his base form? No, we do not. He does have a base form, but we forget that because of his SSJ form. Though I know he was somehow born with a power level of 10,000, I bring this entire thing up though because when people make posts saying the Super Saiyan Yamcha, I cringe at that, yes, could legit beat Frieza by the end of the series. We have to remember he stopped training altogether. His base form has not been trained, and if he did become a Super Saiyan, Super Earthing, whatever would end up coming about, it would lack any substance because he has not been trained in his base form. The multiplier would simply amplify a lackluster power level. There would be no substance to it. Thus saying things like Super Saiyan Turbo could beat Frieza is preposterous. Sure, he only had one episode, but I'm pretty sure we never saw him train his base form, and he was kicked off of Planet Vegeta because he was so freaking weak. And at this point, his level of canon is kind of questionable right now. Every single one of my assertions could be wrong, but I just want to make the point that Super Saiyan seems to be very misconceived in the Dragon Ball community and of course the fandom. Super Saiyan amplifies a base power and essentially makes it explode. Without the proper power to truly be affected by it, going Super Saiyan is just as Kid Trunks said in the English dub of Fusing and Reborn, to give people a scare. It will not actually prove any better than you would have been in your base form. Maybe just times that regular multiplier. But if you're not on a good level, the Super Saiyan it's just not gonna help all that much. Anyways, that's all for today on my Rakurai rationale for why Super Saiyan should not be overestimated for certain characters in the fandom. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. And also you can always contact me in the comments on Twitter at Rakurai_games, on Google at +RakuraiGames, and my email is warofguardians@gmail.com, long story behind that email name. In any case, have a blessed day, and this is Rakurai signing off. Sayonara!
Created using Powtoon.